Today's country and your all-time favorites, 95.1 The Bull. Our community conversation this morning brought to you by Floyd County Medical Center, fcmc.us.com. Joining me in the bullpen this morning, we have our manager here from Five Star Co-op, retail manager Rick Pleggenkuhle joining me. Rick, thanks for joining me this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So we're getting into the month of October, and now why do we have you in here for this morning here on the morning roundups?
Okay, yeah, Purina, they like to call October Flock-tober, and what it is they try to get people interested in keeping their flock healthy for the winter, and there's some changes that happens with your flock. So those kind of why we're in here to kind of help people out if they have some questions or concerns about their flocks.
Okay, so with that in mind, and we're getting into the colder weather seasons ahead, and chickens might slow down, even stop laying eggs. Why is that during the fall and winter months?
Well, the two main reasons is the daylight. The days get shorter, and the other reason is the temperatures get a little bit colder. As far as the daylight, chickens generally to produce eggs, they need 12 to 14 hours of daylight, and as we start getting into the winter, daylight gets shorter. So if you want to supplement that light, get it up to 12 to 14 hours if you want to have your flock continue to lay eggs during the fall and into the winter.
Yeah, that's kind of like the equivalent of us getting a suntan.
Yeah.
There, they got to show off their colory feathers there.
Yep,
so.
That's right. And then the other thing would be the temperatures. The temperatures get a little bit colder, and so if you can just supplement the heat a little bit and keep them comfortable. Otherwise, if you don't, they will tend to slow down or even quit producing eggs as it gets colder and the days get shorter.
Okay, so what are some things that we can do to keep them laying eggs all year round? Like maybe some products we can kind of think in the back of our heads. Maybe I need this for the chicken coop or something like that.
Yeah, we have lighting available and heat lamps, and we have all sorts of supplies at the country store at Five Star to help with those needs. So yeah, you can swing by, and we have water bowls that can be heated as well as the lighting and fixtures and so forth to help keep your flock going all winter long and laying eggs.
We're speaking with Rick Pleggenkuhle, joining us, retail manager of Five Star Co-op in New Hampton. There's a term that is associated called molting. So what is it and when does it happen?
Yeah, molting generally happens most of the time in the fall. It's about 8 to 12 weeks, and they will shed all their old feathers and grow new ones. And again, during this time, they will produce fewer eggs and maybe even quit laying eggs. And so what you want to do is we have different feeds to help with that. You want a lot of protein during this time, and Purina makes a flock raiser feed that has 20% protein to help them keep those levels up during this time to keep them healthy.
Maybe just a little bit of stressing out there, so that's why they're kind of shedding all them feathers right there. So as you mentioned, those fleets to keep them remaining healthy and keep producing eggs. Is there anything else associated with Flock-tober that we can let people know about when it comes to the egg laying flock getting ready for the cold season ahead?
Yeah, Purina also has a layer feed, which is high in calcium, has oyster shells in it, and it also has vitamin D and manganese, and that will help keep the shells firm on your eggs, and all keeps the hens healthy. So they have a Purina layer feed, which will help with those things. And like I said, we have a lot of different things available at the country store. We also have Tara Douglas, who is on staff. A lot of people in the area know her. She's very knowledgeable in the Purina feeds and animal health, as well as the rest of the staff.
So, Rick, are there any events that are going to be taking place either currently or up ahead there at the country store we need to know about?
Well, Five Star is actually having a food drive right now through the month of October until October 31st. We have 15 grain locations throughout northern Iowa. We have our original 5 locations in New Hampton, Lawler, North Washington, Ionia, and Nashua. And so we're just asking farmers as they drive through we're just taking donations for food for the local food banks. And then as a reward for whichever grain location collects the most food, we'll have a free lunch for the staff and customers at that location.
Very good. And it'll be nice to kind of stock the shelves, especially at New Hampton Community Schools. I know sometimes on a week-to-week basis, it can be a little bit dry over there. So.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. So yep, all the donations will go to the local food banks.
Very good. Very good. Further information on all the stuff we discussed there, Rick, or maybe some general questions, information for you. How can we keep in contact with you? And please remind us, you guys located there at 5 Star Country Store and your hours.
Yeah, our hours are this time of the year is 7 to 6 o'clock and 8 to 2 on Saturdays. And yeah, we're on the North Lynn. We got it's at the main location. We got the True Value Hardware Store across from Vern Lauer's. So please stop out if you have any questions.
All right, sounds good. And any final notes before we part ways this morning on behalf of 5 Star Co-op?
Nope. I just we appreciate everybody's business, and we just hope everybody has a safe and healthy fall.
Absolutely. And we'll keep in touch with you as well, Rick.
All right. Well, thank you, Rob.
Thanks a lot. Retail manager Rick Pleggenkuhle from 5 Star Co-op and the Country Store here in New Hampton on the Morning Roundup. This community conversation brought to you by Floyd County Medical Center, fcmc.us.com on 95.1 The Bull.